What's going on, guys? Hope you're having an awesome weekend. So again, thanks to all my subs. I always say this in my videos, don't I? Thanks to all my subs, members, and if you're not a member, not a sub, and just watch the channel, appreciate it. Great way to support me, and it's free. Just watch the video all the way through. Appreciate it. So here's to an awesome weekend. All right, so you know what? I'll be right back. I forgot something. All right, guys, I'm back. So you'll see what I went and got in a minute. So just a little brain fart. So I was sitting there thinking, what can I talk about today to keep Summer's name out there and you know, keep the awareness going and all that. And it hit me. I'm gonna do something that the law enforcement and the news ain't doing. I'm gonna talk about the Amber Alert. Let me explain that a little bit. Since there's still an Amber Alert, an active Amber Alert on Summer Wells, how come there's been no more press conferences from law enforcement? Right? How come there's been no more press conferences from law enforcement to just spread the awareness? Right? So, and I had someone comment just a little bit ago. They were under the assumption that there's still, that the Amber Alert was no longer active. So I happened to go on TBI's website just now and look, and here's what I found. So yes, about the fourth one down is still an active Tennessee Child Amber Alert for Summer Moon Utah Wells, and it gives the phone number to the TBI and Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. But what I want to talk about today is you know, TBI has not really said anything since what, the 1 year anniversary that she went missing, and been real tight-lipped, which is fine, you know, on the investigative part of it, because you've got two, you know, like they said, you've got two aspects to this. You've got the investigative side, and then you've got the search side. So I'm kind of confused, because is the searching over? Is it completely over? And if so, why still have an Amber Alert if there's no active searches and stuff like that going on? Do they know? Well, no. Well, yeah. I mean, do they know? Probably that, you know, 99% that Summer's no longer with us. But technically, that 1% that she could be is the reason why they're keeping that Amber Alert. I mean, I guess they have to keep it up until we technically find her, you know, one way or another, alive or unalive. So, but thing is, I mean, I just feel like they could be doing more as far as spreading awareness. Yeah, they do still have the active Amber Alert going on, but to be honest with you, I mean, who really gets on TBI's website? Who gets on there and just randomly scrolls through the Amber Alerts. You know what I mean? I think if TBI got with the news every now and then, you know, and just mentioned the Amber Alert, mentioned the case a little bit, don't have to be much, even a 5-minute spot with the news, every now and then, would at least spread the awareness that, you know, she's still missing, still working on the case, you know, all that good stuff. Not to mind you, it does, I mean, it really looks good too on the, you know, on law enforcement. But just to not put anything out. I don't think they put anything out really in over a year, have they? I have to go look and see, but you know, it wouldn't hurt maybe to get with WJHL, and or maybe even on their own social media, whatever they use, Twitter or whatever. I'd probably use the news. Here's what I would do. I would use the news because people watch the news, don't they? There's a lot of people watch the evening news, don't they? So if TBI could get with WJHL and maybe do a 5-minute, or you know, just you know, I don't even have well with the news. They don't do a 5-minute full story on the news, but they could get with WJHL and just do a little segment on Summer Wells here and there, and let everybody know that they're still working on the case, and you know, nobody's forgotten about her, and you know, there still is an active Amber Alert, and you know, but I think as far as spreading the awareness goes, the news is a great place to do it, because like I said, people don't, I mean, the average person doesn't just get on TBI's website and start scrolling through the Amber Alerts. They just don't. Let's be honest. But people watch the evening news. I know some people that watch the evening news religiously. And that's one great way to keep the word out there and to spread awareness about Summer Wells. So that's you know, that's what I wanted to talk about today. So now hearing that, let me know if you think I hit the nail on the head. Right? Wouldn't take much. And I don't think it jeopardized the investigation. And as far as the morale goes, it would, you know, reassure a lot of people that, hey, you know, they are still working on it, and the bonus is, by people watching the news, it would spread awareness and keep her name and face out there. You know what I mean? Not unless they know that she's, you know. But anyway, well, yeah. Look at Monkey Michael Vaughn. Look at his case. I mean, how many press conferences did, I can't remember the city now, but anyway, look how many press conferences the police kept having. You know what I mean? And just to keep the awareness going. I think that's what they were doing, is just making sure that they kept his face out there, they kept the story out there. They did. So every now and then, the police would hold a conference, they'd say something, they'd do this. Yeah, why haven't we seen that in this case? Just asking. Now let's talk about Dawn Wells. Talk about Dawn Wells. Oh, before I talk about Dawn Wells a little bit, I totally forgot, guys. I totally forgot. I was supposed to give you a little bit of stuff on Fred, and I totally forgot to do it, so I'll go ahead and do it. And I don't have my computer here with me to show you the data on it or whatever. But old Fred, it looks like a lot of people on Ben Hill Road doesn't like old Fred. And you're like, why did you say that, Don? Well, I ran across an article with the Department of Tennessee. I think it's Department of Land Management and Water Resources. Apparently somebody complained, or neighbors complained on Fred for dumping stuff in the creek. I guess there's a creek that runs maybe on Fred's property or near it, and Fred was apparently dumping all kinds of stuff in the creek, and the neighbors said that when it would flood, it would wash all that crap downstream onto their property, and they would be left cleaning up the mess. So old Fred got in trouble, and this is last year, so recently. So old Fred got in trouble with the state of Tennessee, Department of Land Management and Water Resources, over that stuff. I mean, they said that they didn't see like any fluids or anything like that leaking into the stream that they could see. I think they ended up letting the Department of Water Resources be the lead agency on it. But now that I stop and think about it, old Fred was arrested for what? Manufacturing? I mean, could he have been putting, some of the, I forget what you call it, waste from that? Could he have been putting some of the waste from that in the creek and letting it wash down into Beach Creek and then from there into the Holston River? Think about that. That's just nasty. I mean, they said he was making it at the residence, apparently. Allegedly. I guess he was he, from what I understand, allegedly he was, manufacturing it from his home. And then I read that he's dumping a bunch of stuff into the creek. And then, adding two and two, I'm like, could he have been dumping the methamphetamine waste, manufacturing waste in the creek to dispose of it? I think they need to test the water out there. I'm sure nobody swims in it. I mean, who would? I ain't never heard of anybody swimming in Beach Creek or whatever. But I wonder downstream if there's like any livestock that drink that water. I don't know. They might feel pretty good, or they might kill them too. Just saying. So I don't know if he did or not. But they were looking to see maybe if any of the cars, I think they said there were, listen to this, they said there were scrap piles, cars, tires and stuff like that they seen out there, and they see multiple burn sites. Anyway, take that, multiple burn sites. Anyway, just thought I'd throw that out there. So a lot of people in the neighborhood ain't too happy with old Fred because he's nasty. Apparently he's nasty. And if he was dumping waste products from manufacturing methamphetamines into the creek, whew, right? Now on Dawn Wells. Now to Dawn Wells. I keep hearing Dawn keeps saying that they know for a fact Summer was abducted. I called him saying it the other night. The other day. Yeah, the other night. When the storms were rolling through. I don't remember whose channel he's on. Again, he said, well, we know for a fact that she was abducted. And he kept stressing it. We know for a fact. Well, help us to understand how you know that for a fact. Do you know who took her and ain't saying? Because every time he makes these claims without being able to back it up on why he knows for a fact that she was abducted, I think it makes him look suspicious as hell. And I don't know about you guys, but every time I do see Don on YouTube or listen to him talk and think about how them kids are treated up there, I get sick to my stomach. I don't know about you all, but I do. Something to chew on. So again, let me know if you think I've hit the nail on the head with this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're having a great weekend. Drop some comments below. Let me know what you think about my thoughts. And especially with TBI and the lack of press conferences on summer wells. You know what I mean? Because the police department that was handling the Monkey Michael Vaughn case, they putting us to shame as far as spreading the awareness. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. We'll talk about it, and I'll see you tomorrow.